What is up, all of my friends out there in the world? Hope you guys are doing good. Yo, what's up, Blank? Welcome in. First man on deck. Sorry for the ads you're about to receive. I wish they would stop doing that shit. But it is what it is, you know, at least that supports us a little bit. Helps us buy a Big Mac once a month, you know? Yo, for reals. Did you see that French cheese picture I tagged you in? Anizo, what's up, my friend? Well, we'll tell it here for the whole class. Do you guys know what they call fake cheese in France? For everybody waiting with bated breath, they call fake cheese in France fromage. The actual word is fromage. What's up, Jay? Welcome in. Thanks for subscribing. Only 28 months. Jeez. Slacker. What's up, everyone? I'm gonna let everyone have a little couple extra seconds to get in here. I am also still organizing. I really I have a bad habit of waiting till the last second to do anything, as anybody who is associated with me knows. But we're still getting it done, you know? Motex, what up? Sub-views in the place. Don't forget, guys, if you guys can give this a share online, I'll go over what we're doing. But for everybody in here that hasn't heard yet, what we're going to do is we're going to do the usual podcast. And then we're going to do a walkthrough of the album that just dropped. So everybody can kind of hear it in its entirety, hang out with the crew. We'll have some of the artists, as you see, popping into the chat. It's going to be an extended set. Hopefully less than 2 hours because I'm old and cranky. And the idea of standing for 2 straight hours without alcohol in the club, smoke blowing in the wind. Anyways, we probably should get to it. We're getting to that time. But yeah, you guys know the deal. Well, we're going to get to it. Tell your friends we're live. We're doing the podcast first, and then we're going to do the walkthrough after. All right, what is up, my friends, and welcome to a very special edition of the Best Drum Bass Podcast with the host, Bad Syntax, here. We have quite the album that just dropped, my friends. And this week we're doing something special. Me not knowing how to talk, that's not special, that's usual. We have Dialective in the guest mix to celebrate the album. He has a killer track on the album. But we're also, if you guys are out there on Twitch right now, or if you're watching the video on YouTube, we're going to have an extended set. We're going to go through the full album here live on Twitch, and then on the recording, you won't be able to hear that. If you guys are listening to the podcast recording and you guys want to check out the full album with some of our nonsense talking through it, that'll be available on our YouTube, the Best Drum Bass YouTube channel. We try to upload the podcast there since Twitch does not upload the videos. They stopped doing that once the DJ program launched. Small little price to pay, I think. But anyways, we are almost into the top 10, almost into the top 50 of all genres. We're going to keep pushing. The brand new 11 Years on Earth album is a monster, and it is steadily climbing. And today is a big day, and it will hopefully see a big jump. We're going to kick it off with my track from the album. This is Bad Syntax, Bomb Squad. Lots of big tunes to go through. I appreciate everybody supporting this one. If you haven't yet, go check it out. It's out now on Beatport, Bandcamp, and Spotify. Out on all sites this weekend. So let's get to it.
Bomb Squad. Deep South. Freak out. We the Bomb Squad. Bomb Squad.
Yes, big up everybody out there in the chat. How you doing? Seems like we got most of the crew from the release out there. Appreciate you guys rocking. This is Kraken with Sex Pills Party. Big tune. As per all the tunes, as per the Flames show on the screen. We got to get these shout outs out on Facebook. Then we got to get to the bad tunes, and don't go anywhere. We're going to be walking through the full album after the set. So in about 20 minutes, we're going to be doing a little Q&A in the chat. We're going to hang out. You're going to hear the full album from start to finish, and you're going to hear us talking over it. What's up, Tim? What's up, Thomas? What's up, Kevin? What's up, Taryn? What's up, Belinda? Persephone Sky? What's up, Bob? What's up, Joel? What's up, Corax is out there. Chris is out there. Dan's out there. Jay's out there. What's up, Jonathan? Mike, Anthony, Futch, Garrett, Miles, Mr. Noisesmith, Mr. Tanto. What's up, Zoltan? What's up, Mary? What's up, Nick? Floppy. What's up, Justin? What's up, Marty? And Mr. Mark. Yo, Reflections in the chat. Gino, what's up, man? Subfuse is out there. Corex is out there. Corix. Faux Reels is out there. Ringlead and everything, of course. Yes. So we are stepping into the first week of release. This has officially been out a week come tomorrow, and we're right there. I think we're number 14 drum and bass. What's up, Warrior? Welcome in. We're at number 14 drum and bass release right now, and we're number 51 of all genres. We got to get that going. I mean, with tracks like this, I don't think that's going to be a problem. People are feeling it, and I am loving it. You guys are awesome. Like I said, this is Kraken with Sex Pills Party, out now on Abducted LTD on the 11 Years on Earth album. Well, we got to start winding this down. We got to get to the bad tunes of the week, and then we got to get to our little special hangout session afterwards. Come into my van, I have candy. All right, guys, welcome to the bad tunes of the week. This is the part of the show where I go over everything that just dropped in the past week. I want you guys to know about. I want you guys to support. Whether that's streaming, whether that's sharing, whether that's purchasing. These are the tunes you need in your set, and we're just here to tell you what the dope tunes are. So I think I realized where I went wrong. So a couple weeks back, I featured Fryware, thinking that the full release was out, and they're releasing one track at a time from this awesome EP he did. People are strategizing their releases a little bit, but he's definitely a dope artist I'm keeping on my radar. This is Fryware with Lose Myself, out now on Divided, and I'm sure it's out this time. Candy or puppies, not both, man, not in this economy. Yeah, big tune. And that Divided crew, man, they're definitely in the same vein as like Noisia. They've gone the experimental route, but it's still dance floor fun, dance floor friendly. I love it. Fryware with Lose Myself, out now on Divided, but we gotta keep it moving. What they also do is keep the track short. Next up on deck, we got some festival business. And as usual, I just kind of chucked everything in with no plan whatsoever. So sorry if the vibes go up and down. Big tunes, all of them are big tunes. They just might have a little different angle. This is Ryan Audley with Basses Pumping, out now on Elephant Trunk. And if you haven't been paying attention, I don't know who runs Elephant Trunk, but they're definitely like that festival-minded style. Let's go. This makes me want to like get on my jazzercise equipment, put Richard Simmons on the TV, and jazzercise my heart out. Once again, big tune. Ryan Audley with Bass is Pumping, out now on Elephant Trunk, but we got to keep it moving. Next up, chilling out the vibes just a little bit. Brand new label called Mustard Music. And I love the name of this album is Inglorious Mustards. It's interesting. I feel like no matter where we place a big release, it's always during a huge release week. There's like 5 full albums that dropped that are all bangers, and this is one of them. I don't know how to pronounce this name. It's G-U-I, maybe Guy? This is called Night Terrors. It's out now on Mustard. Big tune. Check it out. Said welcome in. Absolute vibes though. If you guys like that, I don't know, what would you guys call this? This is just like that classic tech step drum and bass sound, you know, that just like pure straightforward, in your face. The bass line's big, the drums are big. It's not overcomplicated, it's just what it needs to be. It's beautifully done. Absolutely great album. You guys need to check it out. Once again, Guy with Night Terrors, out now on Mustard. Tech Roller. I thought rollers didn't exist. Next up on deck, one of our worldly colleagues, and I love to see that we're right here paired with them. This is such a big album. Narrowheads knocks it out of the park again, and we're like, our charts are right there. Every single time we jump up, they jump up right by us. So it means people are supporting the Neurofunk together, and I love to see that. Big up to them. This is my favorite off their various artist release. This is Hack Waves and Pazudik with Blind Violence, out now on Neuroheads. Let's check it out.
Blind violence.
Yeah. Big album. If you guys aren't following Neuroheads yet, man, you guys need to. They absolutely are putting in the work. This is my favorite. Once again, Den Blackie and Hackways and Bazoodik, Blind Violence, out now on Neuroheads. We got to keep it moving. In case you guys haven't realized by now, I'm severely dyslexic. I almost like reversed that sentence as I said it, so I was reading the next track list. So Den Blackie and Mansemo with Body Move is the next track up, and it's out now on Paper Funk. If you guys see out there in the chat, Ages Empire, we're coming up less than a month away. 4 multi-genre rooms, and you guys are gonna like it. But once again, let's get back to this Paper Funk release. This one's a slapper. Paper Funk continues to dominate.
Body move.
Yeah, there it is, man. I love the classic hip-hop vibes infused into this. Absolutely huge tune. Once again, Den Blackie and Mansemo with Body Move, out now on Paper Funk. Part of like, I don't know, it's like 8 tracks. They just like are insane with their output. Paper Funk just absolutely killing it. And you guys need to be along for the ride. So every week, because I am partially also brain dead from never being able to remember anything, I write the artist names down on the screen that's way over there. And I butchered Dialective's name. There's like 3 V's in it. What the hell is wrong with me? Anyways, next up on deck, a chill, vibey one. This is Clearance with Cork, the Crystal Clear remix, out now on Trust. You guys are gonna dig it. Yeah, you gotta love the vibes on this one. Big tune. Once again, you're listening to Clearance. This is Cork, Crystal Clear remix, out now on Trust. We gotta keep it moving. Lots of like revitalization of that classic sound. And nobody is known for more of that than this current label we are playing right now. This is Silent Extent and Sirius with Saturn, and it's out now on Close to Death. Absolute belter. Such a vibey track. This is definitely like, you can almost like hear the vinyl like scratches as this plays. It's got such like that classic vibe to it. Let's check it out.
And this is what Voyager actually saw as it approached Saturn.
that one's got all the vibes, man. Definitely, this is one of those just perfectly done. Like, it's not overly technical, but just all the vibes are perfectly there in place. I love it. Once again, Silent, Extent, and Serious with Saturn out now at Close to Death. Make sure you guys go pick it up, but we gotta keep it moving. Gotta calm it down a little bit. I think, yeah, this is a bit of a chill one. Another one that went out on our promo mailer. This is Dysfunction with FOMO, out now on Dialect Audio. In case you guys didn't know, that's Dialective's label. Pushing that like deep and sometimes liquid sound. It's interesting because for me, I know Dialective as like a heavier neurofunk artist. So, you know, it's interesting to see who kind of bridges through all the spectrum of drum and bass. He's got some really dope releases. Guttural vibes on this one. Definitely one that, like, I kind of imagine these tunes are like you sitting in like a hookah lounge. It's dark and just fucking vibing out, hanging out. Once again, Dysfunction with FOMO out now on Dialect. We gotta keep it moving. Big release up next. This is Mel with Madness. Out now on VTO. VTO definitely putting in the work, and so is Mel, man. I've seen some really big releases from her. VTO, Device, definitely keeping that like dancey neurofunk, but still upfront style. I love it. Let's check it out.
The place of the madness.
Yes, big tune. Once again, this is Mel with Madness. Out now on VTO. Big tune. Make sure you pick it up. Both tracks, absolute must play. But we're gonna keep it moving. On to what's probably the tune of the goddamn week. On another huge album. Because, geez. I just get chills. This is Saint Rider with Halo, out now on Neuropunk. Because a million people have used this sample, and every damn time it's like freak out on the dance floor because it's such a prime sample. Let's check it out.
I don't see no halo. Halo.
absolutely bonkers. And it mixes so well. It's got such a good vibe to it. Saint Ryder continues to just put out immaculate tune after immaculate tune. Obviously, this is no different. This is Saint Ryder with Halo, out now on Neuropunk. Make sure you guys go check it out. But we got to get to the next one. Next up on deck. Our Eat Brain family is back with an absolute beauty of a release. This is Hologram with Crossfire, out now on Eat Brain. And woo! This is definitely the heaviest thing I've heard from Hologram. Not very familiar with them, but every tune I've heard from them is just like top-notch produced. So this is no different. Let's check it out. Just absolute anarchy mixed with absolute delight. I love this tune. As is everything E-Brain does. There's nothing that's not 110%. Absolutely love this. Hologram with Crossfire, out now on E-Brain. And for now, we're on to the last one. I'm sure you might be able to guess by now what the last tune would be. 11 Years on Earth just dropped, and this is the first track on the release. They are all amazing tracks, and it was impossible to pick my favorite. I didn't want to just pick mine because it's mine, so I picked the Ninth Wave and Crew tune. This one's called Showdown. It's out now on Abducted LTD. Absolutely amazing, amazing tune, and I'm so thankful for all the tunes that are involved. Let's check this one out, and I'll do some more talking in just a second.
Showdown.
Mr. Diode, you feeling any better? Absolutely. Big tune. Once again, this is Ninth Wave and Crew with Showdown. Absolute beauty track, and every track I absolutely love. And I'm so thankful to everybody who has taken part and contributed to this release. It's our 11th anniversary of the sister label to our main label. And I'm just so thankful. Massive shouts to Faux Reels. He is heading up the label as the head A&R, really just keeping us afloat while I kind of linger and do a million things and continue to just try to stay afloat. He's absolutely helped. He's one of the main driving forces behind the label right now, so massive thanks to him as well. Absolutely putting in work, and we appreciate everybody supporting the new release. Hopefully we're going to get into the top 10 and the top 50 of all genres tomorrow, and I feel it. This release is so good. If you guys are out there on Twitch, we're going to do a walkthrough in case you guys didn't hear. We're going to play every track in its entirety. And we're going to hang out in the chat. We're going to talk to you guys if you have any questions. I have a lot of the artists in the chat, so we can kind of celebrate the release, because this is a really big release. But I got to do my outro real quick. I am Bad Syntax. You're going to be able to catch me here live every single Thursday on Twitch at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Please, 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 the best way you can support the podcast is go subscribe on your favorite podcast partner. Download the episodes, listen to the ads, stream it, whatever you could do. All those free things really help us make sure we can keep the podcast going. Make sure you check out the Bad Tunes of the Week playlist on Spotify. Check out bestdrumandbass.com for all the latest news about drum and bass. But that's it for me. I am signing off for the week. We're going to hang out if you guys are out there live, or if you want to watch the recording, do so. But for now, make way for the guest mix by Dialective. Man, I really am brain dead. So if you guys are out there right now in Twitch, we're going to start from scratch. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk through all the tunes. Played at 0. So we can talk about them. Maybe I'll hang out in the chat. But we can talk about each and every track. We're going to play it through all the way to the end. If you guys have any questions, some of the artists are in the chat. We're going to kick it off. We're just going to play the same tune again. This is Ninth Wave and Crew with Showdown. Part of the 11 Years on Earth album, out now. Please check it out. Please support, please.
Showdown.
What's up, Pegasus? Welcome in. I feel like everybody is sick right now. Who else is sick out there? I kind of want to do this thing where we play through these tracks and I'm actually able to sit at my computer and just kind of talk like a normal human being without standing back here. They all slap, sir. I know you said you only like this one. I'm just kidding, so he doesn't get in trouble. Just kidding. But yeah, man, we've been, I've personally been wanting to get Ninth Wave involved with the label for a while. Are we working on a single with him? I hope so, because Ninth Wave absolutely putting in some fucking work. He's definitely like, he's taking that same kind of, nice, we are, awesome. He's taking that same path as like Rido did. Rado? I don't know how to say his name, but you know. Chronicle, welcome in. What we're doing right now is we're walking through the full album, 11 Years on Earth, that just dropped last week. Right now we're listening to Ninth Wave and Crew with Showdown. Nice, you heard it here first. Ninth Wave is going to hopefully be doing a solo release for us. But yeah, man, this one came out good. It's got a good energy. It's like a hybrid stepper, but not quite too steppy. I don't tend to love steppers in general, even though I just wrote like 3 of them. They're fun to write, but they're not as fun to mix. And like, I feel like I love energy in my tunes, and this one definitely has it. Once again, this is Ninth Wave and Crew with Showdown. I'm reading the things backwards. This is out now on the 11 Years on Earth album. Play button didn't work. That's a first. Next up on deck, Kraken is back on the label. with a Kraken tune, mate. I don't know what that was. And like I said, if you guys are out in the SoCal area or you want to fly in for a huge show, check that link out right there, Ages Empire, Saturday, May 24th. But next track from the album, this is Kraken with Sex, Pills, Party, out now on Abducted LTD on our 11 Years on Earth. This one just fucking runs. Classic style here. I love it.
This is how we like to party.
This is how we like to party. Sex, pills, basic pill. Get up on the floor, get naughty.
Sex, pills, basic pill.
He really put his baguettes into this.
Basic pill. Get up on the floor, get naughty.
Basic drill. This is how we like to party. Sex, pills, basic drill. Get up on the floor, get naughty. Sex, pills, basic drill. This is how we like to party. Sex, pills, basic thrill. Get up on the floor and get naughty. Sex, pills, basic. Sex, pills, basic. Sex, pills, basic.
I don't know. I hear it's 99% likely that a French man has a baguette on him at all times. It's like the American version of a gun. Yeah, big tune. And Kraken definitely keeps things moving very interestingly. I feel like every tune he writes has definitely got like this really kind of organic feel to it. And I say organic lightly, just like it's got this, I don't know, like just it kind of flows so interestingly and so well. And this is definitely like the kind of neurofunk like methodology that I love the most.
This is how we like to party.
Sex, pills, basic thrill. This is how we like to party. Sex, pills, basic thrill. Get up on the floor and get naughty. Sex, pills, basic thrill. This is how we like to party.
I just imagine like Frenchmen like sword fighting with baguettes in the street.
Sex, pills, basic thrill. Get up on the floor and get naughty.
This is how we like to party. Get up on the floor and get naughty.
But yeah, man, Kraken absolutely putting in the work here. What's up, Gary? Silver from Cobra Kai has entered the chat. But yeah, man, Kraken absolutely knocked it out of the park on this one. This one's called Sex, Pills, Party, out now on the 11 Years on Earth, our 11th anniversary album. Out now amongst 800 other albums. Fade that out, buddy. Nice. Yeah, I'll take 800 of those for sure. Next up on deck, definitely one of the contenders that we thought about for the A-side for this release. I feel like we made an argument when we went through the track listing for this release for every single track, and I'm not joking. I feel like I say that, and people, you should know by now, I would be happy to talk shit about anything I don't believe in, but I believe in these tracks so much. Every track was A-list worthy. This is definitely one of the tracks we thought might be the #1 track on the release, and definitely worth it. This is The Smell of Males and Devora with Nosferatu. Big tune. Absolutely beautiful done. It's their best tune to date, for sure. I don't know if that's a selling point, bro. Yeah, definitely a huge tune, and I love to see them. I love to see them like constantly evolving their sound. We've had their solo release, they've had a couple other releases, and all of them have been very upfront.
Just floating by, pretending that I'm alive. Gravity pulls us down into the cycle that wears a crown. Beatenness and broken trust, turn a love and dust. Shadows cross inside the space of build a prison, lost our grace. Of beatenness and broken trust, turn a love.
Once again, right now you are listening to The Smell of Males and Devora with Nosferatu, out now on Abducted LTD. And since Bo Real says it's his favorite part of the song, I'm going to let it play without talking about it.
I think he's joking, but every word I left unspoken. Now I know. How did you get that shit flip-flopping in sticky? Cause you are not for me. You are for the weak. You are for the weak. You are for the weak. I hope you're joking. Every word I ever spoken.
Definitely big energy. And I remember in some of their early songs, they definitely had that same kind of vibe where they put like the big melody, screechy sound, and it just needed to be developed a little bit more. So I love to see that they have kind of continued to hone in their sound. And do it very, very well. Absolutely love that everybody is, kind of doing the right thing and what's right for them. Oh, I skipped over one. Once again, you're listening to The Smell of Males and Devora with Nosferatu, out now on the 11 Years on Earth album. Definitely a lot of people's favorites from the promo list. But we're going to keep it moving. I think I didn't play this yet. Kind of jumping around here. Next up on deck, a newer artist that just it showed up on Stunks. And as soon as I heard him, I'm like, holy shit, we need this guy. This guy is going to be something big. He's got these big, just like slap you in the face, goddamn like fuck off bass lines every single time. And it's just like it grabs you and like forces you to just head to the dance floor. Next up on deck, this is H-Man with For Sure, out now on 11 Years on Earth. Yeah, man, I'm a sucker for weird, quirky little like melodies and big fat bass lines. We call this the chugger. Chugga, 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 chugga. Yeah, man, H-Man, absolutely. One that you have to keep your eyes on. I don't know. Has he released anywhere else other than with us in Stonks so far? Because, I mean, this tune could be on any of the top labels. Once again, you're listening to H-Man. This is For Sure. Out now on the 11 Years on Earth album from Abducted LTD. That's crazy, man. Yeah, there's no way he doesn't. He's definitely, I'm betting, this is my bet. I'm putting it out in the world. H-Man's either going to land on Evo Chamber or Blackout next. It's a gotta be. Maybe let's get a collab with the three of us before he gets too famous. Once again, you're listening to H-Man. This is For Sure. Out now on Abducted LTD. Well, we got to keep it moving. Another artist that just absolutely slaps. Another label that I'm part of, the Expedite crew. I don't know if he's like part owner of the label, but I know that's pretty much where I've seen him almost exclusively. And he just released like a 12-track album with them. Interesting tunes every time, and again, just absolute energy. Is he the main guy? Are you sure? He's John? I thought John was the main guy there. I didn't know that was him. Next up on deck, Ziatis with Paralysis. Big tune. Susio. Welcome in. Right now we're going through every track, start to finish, on the Abducted LTD 11 Years on Earth anniversary album. We're on number 5, I think. This is Ziatis with Paralysis. Big tune. Quirky, man. This one kind of like dips into the Blaine territory for me, which absolutely mean that as a compliment. What's up, Zach? Welcome in. Right now we are going through the 11 Years on Earth anniversary album, track for track, so everybody can hear it, ask questions. We got a bunch of the artists in the chat. If you guys have any questions or just want to talk with some of these fine artists, jump in the chat. So yeah, Ziatis, definitely an artist you need to pay attention to. Because just super unique sound. It's interesting when you see people just show up and have such a perfect handle on mix downs and just everything is exactly where it is. Or maybe it's just weird to me. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing with my mix sounds. And I just like, I hear people like just have these tracks that are so wonky and just all over the place, but sound so fucking awesome. And Ziatus absolutely nails it every time. Once again, this is Ziatus with Paralysis, out now on the 11 Years on Earth anniversary album. Susio asked how long it took us to pick out the tracks. I think we've been working on it since about November, right? For reals? I think maybe even before. I think we had a couple tunes earlier than that. I'm trying to remember. I definitely know I played some of them at Jungle Bells in December. So we kind of, every year we do the blank. We used to do, I think I called it Mass Abduction back in the day when both labels were running. But now we call it X Years on Earth. Last year, 10 Years on Earth. This year, 11 Years on Earth. So that's kind of going to be the nomenclature here forward. We're going to just do, blank Years on Earth. So we knew the release was coming up. So we started gathering, I think, fairly early. There you go. End of October. Once again, this is Ziatus with Paralysis. We got to keep it moving. Next up on deck, he's out there in the chat. Yeah. Okay, end of October. Perfect. Definitely, I don't know that tough is the right word. We definitely got a lot of submissions. Unfortunately, not all of them fit. I tend to be kind of picky with the sound for the label. And I kind of talked with Phil Reels when he first came on board. I love a lot of drum and bass, but I've found over the years of running this label that people kind of want to know what lane you're going to be in when they hear a release. At least from my experience. We started more multi-genre with like liquid tunes and shit like that, and it just didn't pick up. And once we started focusing on the neurofunk tunes, which is really the shit that I love the most, once we focused more on that, it became, more popular. Next up on deck, an absolute belter. This is Anizo with Defective Noodles. And in case you couldn't tell, this is my noodle dance. Definitely one to keep your eyes on. If you guys are out there in the chat and you have any questions about this tune, he's right there. Bug him. Definitely yet another just awesome tune. This tune's got the energies. It's got the fun little sounds and the soundscapes in it. The thing I love about tunes like this is they would go well in a variety of sets. Like you could play this in a festival set, it would go great. You can play this in a tear out neurofunk set, it would go great. You can play this as a hype tune in a little bit more of a mellow tech set, it would go great. Yeah, that one's for the old drum and bass heads right there. You gotta love that break. That's called snuckery. Little fun fact. Once again, a big tune. Anizo absolutely knocked it out of the park. My favorite tune I've heard from him so far. This is Anizo with Defective Noodles. And it's out now on the 11 Years on Earth Abducted LTD anniversary album. The Earth ain't ready. And I know I haven't said it yet, but since we're all hanging out, what we kind of decided to do, again, back to the question that was asked earlier, is we decided to try and make this story happen. As I do, like with my sets, I try to start somewhere, go somewhere else, and end somewhere different as well. So it kind of has this arc, and I think we got that pretty nailed down. Next up on deck, this is Wintour with Quiet. Definitely an awesome tune.
Hey, keep quiet now.
Love those little ticky-tack hats. I don't know what they're called, but I call them the little ticky-tacks. I can't even make the noise fast enough. This is why I'm such a prolific producer. I don't know shit about shit. But yeah, man, Wintour absolutely coming correct. And Wintour in general is known for a little bit more of the chill sound, like along like the Delta 9 sounds, right? Am I right? I know I've only heard a few tunes from him, but everything is like mixed down very well, very upfront sound to it. Once again, this is Wintour with Quiet.
Hey, keep quiet now.
Direct Shift, welcome in. Not quite to your tune yet. Yeah, I agree. Oh shit, Direct Shift. Appreciate the subscribe. Well, we gotta make sure we keep him on the dark side, because this fucking fast-paced, energetic shit, it's hitting. Once again, you're listening to Wintour with Quiet. Nemesis, welcome in. In case anybody's just stepping in, what we're doing is we're doing a playthrough of the full 11 Years on Earth album. that just dropped. It's 16 tracks. We're playing it from start to finish. We're hanging out. A lot of the artists are in the chat. If you guys have any questions, or myself and Faux Reels, the heads of the label, we are here as well to answer any questions if you guys have them. I think he's still out in the chat. Another one, fucking great fun tune. This is Subfuse with Roly Poly. Another just absolute killer. I feel like we squeezed the best tunes out of everybody that's involved with this release. It's awesome. And if you guys are out there in the chat, the links just dropped in the chat if you want to go check it out. Yeah, definitely. Subfuse needs to work on something along these lines. I feel like we need to see a Subfuse and a Nizo collab. I don't know why. I don't know if maybe I've already seen one in progress or what, but I feel like they would make a beautiful baby. Once again, you're listening to Subfuse with Roly Poly. Nice, man. Love to hear it. Once again, you're listening to Subfuse with Roly Poly, out now on the 11 Years on Earth album, out on Abducted LTD. You guys should go buy it. Buy it twice. Well, there you go. You're both there. Let's make it happen. Can we put you in a collab today? Next up on deck, one of the tracks I'm the most fucking excited about on this whole goddamn album. And I'm excited about all of them, if you can't tell. Korax, man. Fucking Korax. So happy. Such a positive force in the community. He's so involved. He's so supportive. I met him out in Texas. We hung out. He's got a great beard. I fucking love to see it. Korax is here with EDM is TDM. And this track slaps.
Is the devil's music.
Yeah, I gotta say, it's such a bummer when I know people who are great in real life and they want to be part of the label. And I honestly, I don't know what this makes me, what this sounds like, what it comes off as, but I don't sign tunes that I don't fucking love. So when somebody is awesome and sends me kind of like half-baked tunes I'm not that into, it really bums me out because I hate telling them no. So in this case, it's fucking awesome to have Korax send tunes that are perfect fit. I love to see that he's been growing. If you guys have been around for a couple years and you've seen the tunes he's done, they've definitely been on an upward trajectory, and he's making great tunes, and I fucking love to see it. I love to see good people working hard and getting rewarded. Definitely awesome. And what was it? EDM is too damn much, right? TDM. That's what EDM is. TDM.
Oh, the devil's music. Rats the devil. No, those have soul.
See, I could deal with that if somebody sends me a sick tune and they're not the most savory person. I fucking love controversial people personally. Oh, it's the devil's music. EDM is the devil's music. That's right. So yeah, back to Anizo's question. If they write a good tune and they're a piece of shit, depending on what they did.
Say.
We're definitely not we're not putting together anybody who's involved with, you know, any kind of bad shit. But if they just have a bad attitude, I'm all right with that. I got a bad attitude sometimes. Nice, I like it. And you didn't even list him as a collaborator. I take everything back. Once again, Korax with EDM is TDM, out now on the 11 Years on Earth anniversary album. Big tune after big tune after big tune after big tune after big tune. In case you guys haven't noticed yet, they're all fucking big tunes. I'm not saying that on chat. I'm not saying that live, what he just typed. Next up on deck, Motex absolutely killing it with this one. This one's called I Wanna. And yeah, I wanna play it. Yeah, it's a fun, clean, almost like robo-step style. When you use the reverb just right, you get this fun little sound. And yeah, this tune absolutely slaps. Once again, you are listening to Motex with I Wanna, part of the 11 Years on Earth anniversary album. Just an absolute belter, as per the entire release. Yeah, definitely a very fun one. You're listening to Motex with I Wanna. This is part of the Abducted LTD 11 Years on Earth anniversary album. I know I keep repeating myself, but I think people kind of come and go in the chat, so we want to make sure they know where to go grab it. Definitely a fun tune. This one's for all the dance floors. This is definitely like that hype energy. Big tune. But we got to keep it moving. Next one, I saw him out in the chat. Let's see if he's still here. Next up on deck, Direct Shift. This is called Disaster. And the tune is not a disaster. It is quite glorious. What I love about this release is it's a bunch of new names to the label and a bunch of like the original, not original, but like a persistent lineup as well. And they all fucking killed it. Big tune.
A military disaster.
There he is. Definitely a fun, techie little number. It's definitely, it like kind of straddles that border on the tech and danceable vibe. And it straddles it very well. You are listening to Direct Shift with Disaster, out now on the 11 Years on Earth album. If you guys got any questions, he's out there in the chat. He might send you a picture of his feet for 50 cents. You never know till you ask.
February the 32nd. All troops withdrawn. Operation Cacophony abandoned. A military disaster.
Well, Zach, you got 16 tracks right here. That's like half of a set for most people. But also make sure you check out the Bad Tunes of the Week playlist. It's on Spotify. I definitely help you out. I also will put up a Beatport chart every Friday as well. Hopefully help you get some good tunes. Gnarled Hoovas. I don't know, man. 50 cents goes a long way. Direct Shift. This is Disaster. Make sure you guys check it out. Part of the 11 Years on Earth album. Big tune. Yo, Tonto's in the place. What's up, man? Next up on deck, definitely, and I say this not trying to incite any kind of reaction. I feel like this is one of the weakest tracks on the release, but it's still good. And I feel like it's weak style-wise. I still I feel like it's a good track. I don't know that it fits in with all these monsters too well, but it's still a fun track, and I had fun making it. It's a little bit different for me. This is my track, Bad Syntax, Bomb Squad. Fun little quirky number. It's different for me. I think that's what confuses me, is it's different.
Bomb Squad. King South. Freak out.
Thank you, Mr. Reels.
Bomb Squad. Bomb Squad. King South. Freak out. We the Bomb Squad.
Yeah, but I'm right is the difference. And as usual, my answer to everything is hip hop breakdown in the middle of the tune. I feel like I kind of like, in my sets, I like to have something for the MCs. And I feel like when they have something like this to vibe off of, it definitely helps. If you guys want to check out the release, it's out there in the comments. Once again, you're listening to Bad Syntax with Bomb Squad, out now on the 11 Years on Earth anniversary album. I do like the tune. Like I said, it's not too bad.
Bomb Squad. King South. Freak out. We the Bomb Squad. Bomb Squad. King South.
It's funny, a little story behind this track is it came from, I did a bootleg of ATL Ho for Jungle Bells because one of the promoters requested it explicitly. So I still have a few of the elements from that. I didn't think the tune, the bootleg, was quite good enough to release, but I still played it at Jungle Bells, so it's still got a couple little stabs here and there from it. Once again, Bad Syntax, Bomb Squad, out now on Abducted LTD. We got to keep it moving. He's in the guest mix this week. Definitely putting big tunes through every time. He's got some very great tunes. I think he was part of last year's 10 Years on Earth as well, with a huge tune that I love playing. This is Dialective with Mosh Pit Fury, out now on the 11 Years on Earth anniversary album from Abducted LTD.
It's Fury.
Nice. I like that. For reals. How do you... I think I just have the memory of a rock. So Dialective has been on the last 3. I should know that. I should know this. I really have the attention span of a gnat. Sometimes I hear tunes that I just did, like that were released a year ago, and I don't even remember. I'm like, hey, this sounds familiar. But yeah, Dialective absolutely smashing it with this one. This is Mosh Pit Fury. Yeah, definitely. I'd love to get a heavier release from him. He's just got a great sound. He's definitely like honed in his production, and it's all right where like you can tell it's his signature sound, and that's what I like about a lot of the artists that we're involved with. Is they all have like a unique approach that they take to their tunes. It's not like a formulaic kind of generic style as per a lot of the big music right now. They all have their own approach, and they do it very well. Dialective is a perfect example of somebody who writes very immaculate tunes. He kind of reminds me of one of our older artists, Formulate, in that way.
Purity.
Nice, nice. And yeah, oh yeah, because he was, you guys did a collab on the last one. That's what it was, right? Or did he do a solo tune? Maybe the solo tune I'm thinking of is from the year before. Anyways, Dialective absolutely killing it. Yet again, we just keep the quality it's here from the start, and it stays there the whole fucking way, and I'm so proud of that. Dialective with Mosh Pit Fury out now on Abducted LTD on the 11 Years on Earth anniversary album. And this is a fun one, man. I know we went back and forth on this, and neither one of us had any issue with the style, but the mixdown wasn't quite matching the mixdown of everybody else on the release. So I'm glad you were able to kind of help get this to where it needed to be to match the other songs, because it's such a strong, powerful tune. This is like a kind of got the vibes of like Stranger Things to it. And I absolutely love when we get a heavy tune that's just got like those strong vibes. This is It's Tricky and Scorpion with Forbidden Stars. Two West Coast homies killing it. Yeah, definitely. It was tough. And I think they also like went very in a unique direction with this too. I have a feeling with our little four-way thing we're doing, it's going to be a mess. Similarly. Yes. Once again, right now, this is It's Tricky and Scorpion with Forbidden Stars. Definitely one of the more vibey tunes on the release. I just love when an artist sinks in and just makes, a big just musical masterpiece happen. And this is what happened in this case. Is that definitely this is more focused on just making something interesting and like kind of emotion evoking. Yeah, Anizo, I agree. Definitely a good balance between heavy and vibey, and I love it. And if you guys aren't following It's Tricky or Scorpion yet, you need to, because they're both just amazing, amazing artists. It's Tricky and Scorpion with Forbidden Stars out now on Abducted LTD. We're almost at the end, my friends. We got two more. Holy crap. We went the whole hour. Sorry, work. Just randomly hit him up. I'm like, I'm going to be a little longer this week. Sorry, guys. Scorpion, definitely. Very original sound. And I'm happy that he's breaking out. Next up on deck, possibly the longest running consistent artist I can think of other than myself on the label is Binary. And again, Binary just absolutely killing it. Again, carving their own path, doing their own style of tunes, and doing it in a very interesting and awesome way. This is Binary with Audience. I have no idea if I'm saying that right or if I'm saying it wrong. Whatever it is, this tune fucking slaps. It's got such an interesting vibe to it all around. This reminds me of like when I first heard Black Sun Empire. It's got that same kind of vibe to it. Like all the parts, it's so full, it's so big, but it's still so like, it's still got the right amount of space to it. I feel like many of us in Neurofunk want to be Black Sun Empire very badly. And you either want to be like this chill, like more deeper vibe Black Sun Empire, or like me, you want to be like the just fuck off, balls to the wall Black Sun Empire. So massive shouts to Black Sun Empire for inspiring so many of us. Once again, you're listening to Binary with Audience, part of the 11 Years on Earth anniversary album, out now on Abducted LTD. 16 tracks, and we are almost in the top 10 of drum and bass releases, almost in the top 50 all genres. Every year, I always want the album, I want the artists to remix each other's tunes, just to kind of keep building off the foundations of, you know, the collaborative environment that I want to like kind of create with what I do. Yeah, I agree. I'm very happy, and I'm happy to see that none of the singles are charting, and that might sound counterintuitive, but hear me out. It means that the people are buying the full release and not just the single tunes that they like off of it. As much as anything, any support is much appreciated. I love seeing that it's just the release charting because people love the full release, and that's fucking awesome. Nice sub views, definitely. Maybe I'll get Dan on it. Binary with Audience. Big tune to close out the release. So when we thought about it, we wanted, like I said, we wanted to create a story with this entire release. And I remember talking to HK, and he said that this tune was very special to him. And it's an homage to somebody that meant a lot to him that is unfortunately not here with us anymore. So it felt right to end on this very emotional vibe to the release. and just with a beautiful track. This is HK with an homage to Enfusa. And yeah, I really don't want to do it unless all the artists are in, or at least like 90% of them. But yeah, if we get the artists that are involved to remix another, like people swap the tunes, however we could figure it out. I've always wanted to do that with the anniversary albums. I just am not organized enough to make it happen. But yeah, I'll release it sometime, in the fall. There you go. Yeah, 11 and a half years on Earth. The cover will be just an alien like holding his head like, I can't do this shit. Maybe we can call it 11 years from home. Ah. Another thing we could do in the future is have them in tandem, have the anniversary album and the remix album ready to release back to back. Give it a month like we're doing. Anyways, HK absolutely knocking it out of the park. This is my favorite tune I've heard from HK to date, and he's written some very, very good tunes. If you guys aren't familiar with HK, you need to get familiar. You can hear the emotion in this tune. It's absolutely beautiful. I'm so happy to have it on the album. Once again, HK with an homage to Enfusa. Syntax. And I'm glad, thank you to everybody who stuck around to listen to the full album. It's fun to hang out here and just kind of talk. I really feel like I need to get another podcast going soon. I just need at least one or two other people who are going to be willing to do it with me. I really would like just like a group therapy session every single week where we can sit down, talk about things like just on a Skype, Zoom, Google Meet, whatever, and we all hang out and kind of check in with each other, because I feel like we're missing that in the drum and bass scene. There's a lot of people, and we all kind of just work our life away. And yeah, no, he does. He runs the Axiom label with Nick B. Absolutely great dude. HK is killing it. Axiom is a strong label. Axon, not Axiom. Your misspell there fucked me up. Nemesis, I appreciate you. Thanks for checking it out. Yes, yes. Once again, this is HK with an homage to Enfusa. That's going to wrap up the album overview, man. I appreciate everybody rocking out. Maybe I'll start this one over. We'll figure out who we're rating into. My spelling's always off. It's all right. So I'm going to play this over, and then we're going to figure out who we're rating into, and then I got to get back to work. Yeah, once again, it's worth repeating that I am so proud of everybody that was involved with this release. So proud of Faux Reels for coming on and doing such a fucking killer job, knocking it out of the goddamn park, helping with the label. None of it could be possible without his help. So make sure you guys give him some love as well. info reel showing he's the new he's the new it man. You know, you got stress, put it on his shoulders and blame him for everything that goes wrong. That's how I do it. All right, I see somebody who has a low viewer count. Let's go help him out. Right? We're here to fucking help. Big up, everybody. I appreciate y'all. Go check out the release. We'll see you here next week.